Aloha everyone, this is Dr. BethAnne. I am an intuition guide and I teach on intuitive living and how to embody our intuition. So we have been talking about intuition development on this channel, and today I want to talk about the importance of being a storyteller when it comes to working with our intuition and exploring what that means. So storytellers are really good at looking how elements weave together to tell some sort of a story about something. I'm a writer, so when I write, I want to make sure that if I'm writing a book, that there is something that will make sense to the reader, like from a bigger picture, right? There's a theme I'm trying to create. There's an experience I'm trying to create. There's a message that I'm trying to give within the words. And something that I do in my writing, because I write poetry and prose books, and then I also do books composed of poetry, prose, and personal narratives and meditations. But I make sure that there is a common theme around them so that they are inviting the reader to journey through this story and to start to see how one thing's building off of the other and is building off of the other, and it arrives us to a different place entirely. So when we are working with our intuition, we need to become storytellers. And personally, I think this is really fun. Maybe it's because I'm a writer, but I actually think it's really fun just to think about what story are you telling with your life? What story are you telling yourself? What story are you telling on a day-to-day basis? What's the story of your life right now? Could you rewrite what happened today from a different perspective? I love this idea because it gives us so much empowerment and an autonomy and a sense of like really authoring our lives and really examining our lives and living mindfully and consciously. So we really see how the pieces of our life are linking up into a bigger picture. And I believe we need that quality for working with our intuition, because something that I find with intuition is that it often presents itself in a story. Now, sometimes we have intuitive hits, which feel like an exclamation mark, like an intuitive or a psychic hit will be something that comes in and maybe it's like really concrete, it's an insight, a piece of information, and it's sort of this aha, you know? So there are times where our intuition will come through in a flash, and that answer that you were seeking, boom, it's just there, you know, or something that you've been grappling with, all of a sudden you see the way and you got that moment of clarity. But truly living intuitively is about more than just those moments of aha. To really be in an intuitive relationship with our life, we need to be in our own flow. We need to be paying attention to what's showing up on a day-to-day basis, and we need to be thinking intuitively, how does this all fit together? What story am I telling my life right now, and what story is life telling me? What story is life telling me, right? This is what co-creativity is all about. What are you bringing out into the world? What are you bringing out with your most authentic expression of self? And then what is life arriving to you with the circumstances that are showing up and the timing that's showing up and the energy that's showing up? And then you work with those two things to weave and to craft your story. So I feel like the archetype of being storytellers is really important for us when we work with intuition, because a lot of intuitive work is looking at the pieces and then starting to make connections and to see the bigger picture, to see the bigger story. So for example, let's see, I'm going to make something up off the fly here. Maybe I'm currently contemplating returning to Alaska, where I'm originally from, to do a series of intuitive workshops. This would be something really out of the box for me. I live in Kauai now, and I'm really opening myself up to my guidance. Is this the right thing for me to do at this point in time? And is this the highest expression of my energy? You know, and would I have fun doing it? So I'm paying attention to what comes through, and I actually just had this idea like a little bit before making this video, so not a lot has come through yet, but let's talk about this. So let's say that I walk out the door and maybe my eyes are really drawn to like the clouds parting and the sun is streaming through, and there's just this sense of breakthrough when I look at the sky. And then maybe later that day I'm chatting with a friend and I tell her my idea and the friend says, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That could really be a huge breakthrough for you, or something like that. And then maybe the radio's on and there's a song about, I don't know, it's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day, and then maybe I go to sleep and I notice in my dreams that I keep having dreams about breaking through the surface, or again, the sun rising up over the mountains, or the moon coming out of the clouds on a really dark night. Now, each one of those pieces is starting to tell a story about breakthrough, about something coming into being, about light shining in. I would take all of those things as a message from my intuition. Yes, do it. Those would tell me a story that you're on the right track. This is going to be breakthrough for you. It's going to be really good for you. It's going to feel light. It's going to feel warm. Those things would tell me a story. So it'll be kind of fun now after I stop this video to see what shows up today, since I just shared this and put that intent out there. So we have to become storytellers. We have to think of ourselves as storytellers, and we have to think of working with our intuition as looking at different pieces of a story that are building off of one another, so we begin to see the bigger picture of our own life and the bigger picture of life, and how those things are weaving together, how our soul is guiding us through that journey to help move us towards our highest expression of self. So thank you so much, fellow storyteller, for showing up in this space and watching. If you enjoy my content, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And all my stuff is on my website, BethAnneKW.com, if you want more information about me. Aloha and light to you. Be well.